Hello, this is the Bittersweet Life. I'm Katy Sewell.
I'm Tiffany Parks.
It's a mini episode, but you've got us both today. Tiffany in Rome, Katy in Seattle. Hanukkah is underway. Christmas right around the corner. So we are joining forces today to wish you a happy holiday. Happy holidays.
Yes. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy anticipated New Year.
Yes. Kwanzaa, if you celebrate that. Yes, many things. New Year also right around the corner. I've come to find that one of my favorite things to write in a Christmas card these days is here's to all the good things we can't see coming. And I tend to underline good because with the turn of the new year, Happy New Year, it's always like best wishes to you or whatever. But I always think there's a lot coming that we can't see. And we certainly learned that lesson in the last couple of years. But I'm giving you a cheers. Yeah, I'm giving you a cheers to the good things that you can't see coming. That's my wish this year.
I love it.
So how about you? Did you do any Christmas cards this year? Christmas shopping? I know you've done some Christmas baking.
Yes. Christmas cards don't get done by me. I would love to be the type of person who does Christmas cards, and I love stationery and all things envelope-y. But I just can't get around to do. I never can get around to doing it in time, even when I lived in the States. And now with the price of postage, I mean, it's extremely expensive here. Even just to send a card, it's like $250 or something like that. It's just nuts. Like to send it to the States, and even to send it within Italy is quite expensive. So it doesn't make economic sense to send Christmas cards, although I would love to be the person who does it. Yes, we've done Christmas baking, we've made Christmas cookies. We, for the first time, and I mean Aurelio and myself, we attempted the royal icing. It was a big deliberation on my part because I love the taste of cream cheese frosting. I just think it's so delicious. You just can't top it. But every time I try to frost my cookies with cream cheese frosting, it just gets really gunky and messy. And sometimes I'm like, who cares? It's making cookies with kids. It's about the memories and about the taste. And the sprinkles make them look kind of okay. But I just kept seeing, so many great pictures of beautiful cookies. And so I'm like, you know what? I got to try the royal icing for once in my life. And I found that the pastry bags, plastic disposable ones with a really tiny tip, and they look better than the cream cheese frosting, which just is like goop. So we had a lot of fun with that. And you got to do the outline of the cookie, and then you got to flood it, what they call flooding it. You got to back and forth inside, and then you take a toothpick and you sort of touch it up and you make sure that it all flows together. So I gave Aurelio that job, and he took that very seriously. And he was actually quite good at it. And when I looked over at what he was doing, I was quite impressed. He was making those little air bubbles disappear. So I'm whipped up another batch of dough, and we're gonna make some more in the next day or two.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, congratulations on a successful outing. I was trying to think when we did sugar cookies and did icing on it. I have no idea what my mother was making the icing from, but I do know that we always decorated it with popsicle sticks. And I was just thinking, like, use the popsicle sticks to spread it and to make the dots and the drips and and I was just thinking, where in the world did we get all those popsicle sticks from? Were they saved?
She probably saved them from the summertime.
But isn't that a little bit suspect? Right now, she's probably saying,
why would
I
that
did
be
not.
Suspect?
Well, I mean, if she saved them from when we ate popsicles. I presume that our family was not the only one eating these cookies, right? Maybe they were given away. Maybe we were the only ones eating it.
I see what you mean. Oh, come on. If the popsicles were from the summer, any germs on those things were dead long ago. You're living in a pandemic time. You got to think back to the 80s when things were simpler and we all double dipped and we never thought to cough into our elbow.
That's true.
We just
straight into the air. See, look, as you cough into an elbow.
As I cough into because I've been in public today, so I've been coughing into my elbow. But back in the day, I mean, no one would have even thought of that. But I do think that if you're eating these popsicles in the summer and then she's putting them aside, I think the germs are gonna die off by that time. Don't you think? By Christmas?
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, living in a pandemic mindset. I mean, you've been sick for weeks now. And my house is currently under quarantine because Derek, after being a long avoider of the dreaded COVID, has been locked in the attic now for almost a week. I've been delivering food.
Okay, your attic is very livable. It's very lovely. It's
Yes.
not like the dark attic with the boxes everywhere and no electricity.
Yeah,
and
the window's broken. There's a lightning storm outside. Yeah.
there's
No.
like a few pigeons living inside there.
Yeah. No, he's been fairly comfortable except for the discomfort of being really ill. So, yes, I think definitely a little bit more germophobic around this house at the moment. All right, before we run out of time, you went shopping today. I've been shopping not since Seattle got snow, by the way. We got snow yesterday as we're taping this, and Seattle and snow do not mix. I know some of you in very snowy places think it's absolutely ridiculous, but it's a very hilly place and nobody knows how to drive in the snow.
Yeah.
And so if it snows too much, wrecks just occur because people don't know how to steer out of a slide. And there you go. So usually snow means everything's shut down.
But it snows a lot more than it used to when we were growing up.
Yeah,
You got to admit, it
Yeah.
never used to snow when we were little. Like once every 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Now
Now it seems to snow in Seattle every year.
Yeah, it does. It seems to snow every year now. Just a little bit. So I'm looking at snow right now, but luckily I did most of my Christmas shopping prior to this. And I was wondering, since you did
Good
your
job.
shopping today, and I have now officially wrapped almost everything, is there a particular gift that you got that you think is just like dead on? Now, Claudio listens to this, so maybe don't mention anything for him. And I'm not going to mention my parents because they listen to this.
I won't.
I can probably mention Derek because I don't think he will listen to this.
Okay. You want to go first?
Sure. I have a couple things that I think he'll like, but I'm not sure they're dead on. But there is one thing, and I'm hoping I can describe this. I got so lucky with this. There is a candle holder that we have, a 4-tiered candle holder that has round bowls in it so that a round candle can sit inside it. Okay, if that makes sense. So rather than a pillar candle, one that's shaped
Do you
like
mean like a spherical?
Yeah.
Like a spherical
Yes.
candle or like a conical candle?
One
I
that-
mean, not conical, like a cylindrical.
No, one that's shaped like a ball, like a softball.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
And yeah, and he really likes this candle holder. He got it. I don't know where he got it from. He's had it ever since I've known him. But one of the glass bowls broke, okay, that hold the candles. And years ago. So years ago, I was able to find one that's almost the same shape as the other 3, but it's not the same color. 3 are clear and 1 is blue. So he's tolerated that, but it's always bothered him that the one is blue. And I just happened to be in a store that was selling these cups, a slightly different shape, but they were selling them individually for the same kind of candle holder. And so I bought 4 new ones that all match. And I think he's going to be pretty excited about that.
Awesome.
It sounds so boring, but I couldn't
That is super.
I could not believe it when I walked into the store and saw it there. And I went up to the woman, I brought the whole candle holder up to her because I don't want to buy this whole thing again. And I just say, please tell me that you sell these cups individually without me having to buy the entire thing again. And she's like, oh, we do. Yes, I just won the game.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So I'm
That
excited
is
about
so
his reaction to that
That
one.
is so nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to get a gift that is exactly what you want and need. It's very rare, but it's very nice. So we were talking on a recent bonus episode about gifts, Christmas gifts that we've been given. If you want to listen to that, you can join us on Patreon.
Yeah, for $5 a month or more, 2 bonus episodes.
Patreon.com/the Bittersweet Life podcast.
Yes.
Yes, great way to support the show as well. But we do a lot of fun bonus episodes over there. And we were talking about Christmas presents that we've gotten that were really bad.
Yeah.
And at the end of the episode, we were sort of talking about, I don't know what we were talking about, quite frankly. But I mentioned on that episode that I hope what I want to do is try to transition towards or start including more and more experience gifts, particularly for my son, to teach him that it's not all about collecting and hoarding stuff, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And Aurelio wrote his letter to Santa Claus, and on it he wrote, you know, something that he really wanted, a physical thing. And then on the other side of the card, he wrote, I also want to take my mom and dad to the Van Gogh exhibit. So he went to a Van Gogh exhibit with his school. It was a school trip. He loves Van Gogh. The teacher really prepared them for it. Like in the months leading up to it, every time they did art class, it was always Van Gogh. So they were a little bit prepared for it. And he just loved it. He was fascinated by the story, the life story of Van Gogh, the ear chopped off. Absolutely. And so I was so just thrilled that he, of his own accord, out of only 2 gifts that he asked Santa Claus for, one of them was an experience gift. And of course, I love the fact that it was an art related thing too. But I was thrilled about that. And so I booked tickets, and I probably wouldn't have otherwise, because I would have really wanted to take him to see that exhibit. But since he went with his school, I thought, well, I can miss it. You know, I've been to the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. Like I can miss this one exhibit. But he really wants to go with us. He wants to take us and show us around since he's been there. We got that for him, and we're going to go on Bifana. I hope he's not listening. Just kidding.
Yeah.
But we're going to go on Bifana on Epiphany, January 6th.
Oh, that's so wonderful. That's so cute.
And that will be in his stocking. We'll slip that in his stocking since the stocking is from Santa.
That's great. That's so great. Well, we should probably leave it there. Before we go, though, I do want to thank those of you who sent in a Christmas donation. Thank you very much to Lynn, Devaraj, Claire, Susan, and to Aaron for becoming our latest member on Patreon. Your Christmas gifts are so appreciated. We will put them to good use. And some of you said, just have a good time. So I guess we'll just go out and have a coffee also, which would be also great. So thank you so much.
I wish I could go out and have a coffee with you, Katy.
I know. I'll have to send you some money, and then you can go get a coffee and think about me, or get tea rather. Go get a tea and think about me. But yes, it'd be wonderful to actually do it in person.
I would drink coffee if it could be with you.
Aw, that's so sweet. Well, if you came to the United States for coffee and we went to Starbucks, it's basically like a milkshake. So don't even worry about it. You don't even have to taste the coffee. All right. And I also want to thank anyone who has been a monthly donor this year. Those of you have been the support, the wind beneath our wings all year. And for those of you also one-time donors, everything you've given has been so appreciated. Can we say that together we make this possible? I don't know what to say, but I'm very grateful as we come to the end of the year and this holiday season for those of you who love this show and have shared your stories and sent your support in all kinds of ways. We couldn't do it without you.
Of course. And also, as we've said before, sometimes we send these missives out into the void, and you can see the numbers on our, what do you call that, on our hosting platform. We see the numbers, but when we get emails from you, when we get voice messages from you, when we get donations from you, when we have some of you signing up to support us monthly, we realize that we are doing something valuable and something important, and that you guys appreciate us and we're part of your lives, and we are so grateful for that.
Yes, we are. So whatever you're celebrating this holiday season, happy greetings from us, and we look forward to the new year. And until next time, this is The Bittersweet Life. I'm Katy Sewell.
I'm Tiffany Parks.
And one final treat before we head off today, we're going to play you an original song. It's called What a Gift, and it's from a radio drama called A Gift. You might remember it from last year, and if you haven't heard it yet, we're going to air it again next Monday. It's a real delight of a show, and I hope you enjoy it. This is an original song. If you love it, it's now available on all major streaming services like Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube, and 120 other places. Just search for A Gift, the audio drama soundtrack. Performing music and lyrics is Matthew P. Warner, fan of the show, longtime friend, and a great creative mind. And the vocals are performed by Michaela. We hope you enjoy, and happy holidays.
What a gift it would be just to see you standing by the tree for one day, so I can say all the things I never got to say. Like I thank you for the past. All those memories will last. Every Christmas was a blast to spend with you. Long ago, back in time, to a place back when you were mine, fall in the snow. A fire's glow, keeping us warm. Outside was 10 below, and now those days are all gone. Only stories, only songs, and my heart is where they belong, right there with you. Now the lights don't shine so bright, the fire doesn't warm at night, and even though I know you're not here, I cannot feel that you are near, and I know that you wouldn't like the way I've turned my back on your favorite day. But what a gift it would be to see your face smiling back at me, to hear your voice calling my name. If I had my choice, I'd hear it every day, and I won't turn my back again on this holiday. I pretend it isn't real, but in the end, I know it's not true. What I'd give for one day with you. The greatest gift was loving you. What a gift it would be just to see you standing by the tree.